both of the legends that they're playing are level 100, right? Like, that is no small feat. That takes so much time. So that means that we're seeing some of the most experienced Bodvar and Koji play, bringing it out here, the World Championship, game number 1, and Java started off strong with the stop sign hammer, hitting Cinco left and right, putting some damage onto him, but Cinco responded in kind with that side air, fade back, side light, goes for the down air afterwards, trying to get an early knockout off of Java, and we've got ourselves a very close game 1 on our hands as that recovery comes through and evens up the damage.
Yeah, and that puts Java swapping over to the sword. You know, he built a decent amount of damage with the hammer. Oh my gosh! All right, getting all the extra hits. I can't believe how much damage he just got with the sword.
Yeah, that was an incredible amount of damage. Went for the gravity cancel sidelight, and that is just
the modified Mafia.
Beautiful. And I mean, Java saw that gravity cancel, knowing that dodge was expended for 3 seconds. It was like, all right, you're going for a ride. Modified Mafia off the right side of the stage. That's how you know Java's a hammer main. And now he is taking the lead off of that amazing combo, and Cinco has to take the stock if he wants to be able to bring it back in game number 1.
Oh, went for that bow ground pound. Certainly one of the stronger options he could. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh.
What? The weapon throw. Java, no, he didn't even get it.
How did he live?
Cinco had to have played the most amazing resource management game of his life to survive a gravity cancel down to get the ground pound and the weapon throw and still make it back. But Java's still relentless with the edge guard. Gets the dive kick, gravity cancel down lights. Ground pound. Java is utterly insane, and he throws off that flag taunt as he is now 3 stocks to 1 in this game number 1. But that neutral stick from Cinco showing, he's like, hey, don't celebrate yet. I still have a stock. And that means that you could lose all 3 of yours. That side air hits, and he's looking for this edge guard without taking any damage. No.
Oh my.
Java.
What? The chase dodge down into the side air. Certainly an option. We never really see anyone. That was the most amazing 3 stock I've seen in quite some time, making Bodvar look so fresh.
I mean, every single hammer string was like a highlight. It was like 2 highlight videos into one. We're seeing the modified Mafia here. There's the side air off the right side of the stage. This extended edge guard, we can't even include all of it. But there's the gravity cancel down and a grab pound, the weapon throw. Cinco still making it back and then leading it to an edge guard where he loses that stock anyways. Oh my goodness. I guess we did include all of it. Shout out to production. That was quite, yeah, this is an amazing highlight reel. And then the recovery weapon throw. Oh my goodness. Okay, we don't even have time. We're already into this game. Java versus Cinco going to Miami Dome as Java just put off a masterclass on how to style on your opponent with the hammer as Bodvar.
Yeah, and I mean, that is like something, because that's one of the oldest weapons in the game, right? A lot of people thinking, hey, maybe it's been fully explored, but no, showing that old dog has some new tricks.
All right, Cinco, don't let this be a complete blow. I want to be able to see what you could do on your level 100 Koji.
Oh no! What?
Java,
even in the reticle?
What? I need, is there, okay.
There are no words. There just are no words.
I haven't seen such creative usage of Bodvar's downstick ever. Most of the time, I'm like, okay, yeah, a little cap, uses it on the edge, gets that edge guard when somebody's trying to recover unsafely at the side of the stage. No, Java is turning it into these custom combos and strings that are never before seen, and he is just destroying Cinco.
Oh my gosh!
Down there, the recovery stop, doesn't get the nair right afterwards, but he's continuing to put the hurt onto Cinco, but Cinco responds. Nice downline to ground pound, and is Java done for? No side air hits. He manages to weave through the bow edge guard, but the side sink snipes him out. Can he get the down air? Weapon throw avoids it. Java really creative with these recoveries.
Yeah, I mean, he does a phenomenal job mixing up when he spends those jumps, the recoveries, the dodge. It's very patient resource use, and it's also very mobile resource use.
Yeah. Oh man, silence are coming out. He avoids the downlight from Cinco with a nice dodge down into the stage. Went for the gravity cancel downlight right afterwards. He's looking for a weapon. No, he went for the downlight to recovery. Sword's picked up. This is the first time that we've seen him on the sword. It's actually a tennis racket in this case, but I promise, it still works like a sword. He throws it away and goes like, that's not the weapon that I want to hit you with, it's this one. Goes over the recovery, barely misses, and Cinco has been adapting quite well at dealing with the shenanigans that Java's been throwing out. He's not getting hit by nearly as many of these creative custom strings, but he's not getting the hits in either, and Java is slowly but surely taking the lead even further.
Yeah, and you see this Cinco opting over, not really going off stage too much against Java. He's just guarding that corner, waiting for Java to peek up. He wants to hit that downlight so he can hit the downlight recovery, even downlight side air at this point. Uh-oh, slide kick into stomp.
Oh,
just shy of the corner. And now Java's working on another 3-stock.
Yeah, he is. This is not nearly as close as I was expecting it between these two players, and is really just putting more evidence towards the case that I talked about with Java being another one of those players that came into 2020 looking like he's going to be one of the stars of 2021, and maybe even of the World Championship at this rate. I mean, he's against Cinco. He still has a lot more of the bracket to run through, but he is just looking super fine on this hammer. Hits him once with an air, and his movement, his ability to fade off the right side of the stage, he is making as much use of each one of his wall touches as possible. I have rarely seen this style of going to the left and right with a jump as long as Java is making it work out here.
Yeah, and he's doing it a little wider. All right, Cinco finally getting that first knockout, but he's got to make them work. And I think an opportunity that Cinco might have here is in that offstage play against Java. Java, he does hang out pretty far. I mean, you're right. He mixes up those options.
Whoa.
He makes, oh my gosh.
No chance. Down light, gravity cancel down sig, into the weapon throw, catches Cinco, can't even dodge through it. Look at the damage numbers that game.
Under
I mean, you can't run
400.
replays. But 210 taken, 372 dealt, and now we are just seeing here in the replays the utter destruction of Cinco.
Jeez.
As a lot of Java's knockouts are just absolutely dominant edge guards, and where Cinco, yeah, sure, he has more health to play with. I mean, we saw all of those damage numbers were under 400. Doesn't even matter. Ooh, look at the chart there. Wow.
Oh my gosh. The monolith of Java's first stock. Just taking up almost the entire thing.
3, 2, 1, brawl.
But all right, so now going into game number 3, now the problem is Cinco has to find some way to fight back, to bring this back, and I think somewhere he has an opportunity is in this offstage play against Java. Java does hang out pretty far from the wall. He's been mixing up those options really well. He's been delaying them and kind of very mobile, but it's not near the wall. It's not even the push-off column. It's further away than that. So if you're able to tag him with a down air or a ground pound, he might not have the resources to make it back.
Cinco is doing a very good job at the beginning of this game, just getting some damage in and not finding himself off stage. Java's definitely been baiting him towards those positions. Now Cinco the one playing off stage. I would like to see Cinco challenge Java in these offstage exchanges. Like you said, he's got the bow. He's got an opportunity to do it, and that's a good start. Weapon throw forces Java down. He doesn't fall for the nairs or the recoveries that Java throws out. Gravity cancel side stick goes a little bit low, but he doesn't get punished for it. On the side air, catches Java trying to go for a weapon throw startup. And that down air into recovery. No, he went for the side stick, tried to style on Java himself. And then the side air exchange just works out in Java's favor. Gravity cancel downlight time. No, he tries to go for a haymaker, but the falling sider from Cinco is too much, and Java now unarmed against Cinco on stock number 1.
Well, Cinco's done a phenomenal job, building a slight damage lead. He's got Java in the knockout range. It just, he needs to convert.
Let's see how this plays out. Cinco putting up that down sig. This has been an incredibly long first stock, and I think a lot of this has to do with Cinco just adapting to Java's playstyle and Java being too stubborn to change how he wants to play. He's like, come on, let me do cool things. I need to. He's like going off the stage with low jumps. He's like, come on, chase after me. It's time for my downlight down sig off stage. But Cinco says no, and for the first time takes the lead in this best of 5.
He's got to hope that continues because he has the long road ahead of him in this set. He's got to take these 3 games in a row, and Java equalizes it instantly.
Okay. Instantly equalized. Sword picked up. Sidelights off the stage. Downlight down air. Gravity cancel downlight. Ground pound. Side air. I mean, Java's just making me read off every single move in the sword kit at that point. That's how crazy these strings are. And Cinco is from white to orange real quick. Stop side air onto the hammer. Puts him off stage, and Java goes all the way down. Looking for that recovery. Says, I want to end this stock now. That first stock, it was a little bit too long for my liking. It's time to speed up the pace of the game.
Ooh, Cinco just getting behind that stomp, able to answer back a little bit. Oh! Under the stop sign, just barely.
That side air catches Cinco, and Cinco is already getting into wall slip territory. Java gets a perfect recovery, punishes the down air that Cinco was using to try to get that just trajectory towards the stage, avoid having to use a jump or a dodge, and Java just straight up punishes him for it. But it's not too bad in terms of damage. That side air down air was so slick. Weapon throw. Oh, he doesn't get the gravity cancel sidelight, and Java stares him away to the right side of the stage, dips all the way down to the recovery. Is that going to be the stock?
Did he get the touch?
He did.
All right,
He
Cinco
mixed it back.
stabilizing back on stage, but man, it all could have ended there.
Java's so good at making me think, what are you doing, man? And then going, oh, he has plenty of jumps to make it back. But that downer, enough force, catches Java off guard. Even game, 1-1.
Cinco has the weapon advantage. You see Java, he's looking. Where's the next drop going to be? There it is. Sneaks in, gets the sword, but Cinco able to tag him once.
Down my side here. This is where it gets scary. Every time I see Java get any combo starter off the right side of the stage, I'm like, okay, Cinco, you've got like a ton of different crazy options that Java's going to go for. Which one are you going to avoid? He avoids the down tick that time, hits the recovery. Tries to go back onto the stage. Doesn't get the down light, doesn't get the nair, doesn't go for anything. He's just jumping around trying to get Java to use an option early. The first option they choose, they both clash. Oh, this is really close. Cinco doesn't want to go down 0-3. Down stage, avoided.
Tries to slam that tatami mat out there. He wants these big damage options. Finds it in that bowstring. Now he's really just playing footsies at the edge.
No
There's
dodge.
the snipe. Is it enough? No, Java again. He just always has the resource.
That's it.
Double slash on the board.
That is an incredible recovery, both like skill-wise and mental-wise, right? Because he went from getting 3-stock to game 1 to taking game number 3, what was really close. Java's not off the boat for it, and it looks like Cinco knows what Java's going for, and Java's not changing it quite enough. We're going to Mammoth Fortress now for game number 4. It's 2-1. Java's on match point, but Cinco has got some life in him as he takes that game 3.
Yeah, I mean, that last stock, Cinco really just turned on the movement. He was dashing around. I mean, it was hard to nail him down for even just a single tap. He didn't want to get caught in another one of Java's highlight reels.
Right, and he avoided every single one. Java definitely went for it off stage, and when you're going for so many of those things, the reason why we call them highlights, right, is because they are just incredible reads. They're not
the challenge
combos. So when Java goes for these things, he's trying to say, I know how you want to play so well that I'm going to stop you before you can even get your movement out. Cinco's going, hold on, buddy. You don't know me that well. He makes the changes, and he takes game number 3, and now he's in the lead for game number 4 as these downlights are connected to that grab power, which just barely dodged out of the way. I mean, that was like one frame away from losing that entire stock and giving Cinco a solid lead, and now he's playing around those recoveries really quite well. Only the nairs are hitting.
Three in a row?
3 in a row is kind of brutal, actually. That's a lot of nair.
That's a lot of damage.
Oh, the down tick barely misses. I can't believe Java didn't hit the sider either. But it was such incredible spacing for both players.
Oh, man. Yeah, if you're looking to challenge the bow downlight, which is one of the longest range attacks in the game, weapon toss can be a little bit farther. Oh, tatami mat in the sky. First stock going the way for Cinco.
I really like that option, bringing what normally is a grounded move into the air by expending the dodge, gravity canceling it, and getting it to hit a little bit higher so you cover both the grounded and an aerial option.
What? He got the recovery!
Ooh, Cinco is going to...
The orange sparks coming out means he hit the recovery during its startup time. So that option was gone. Java didn't have it to try to make it back to the stage. He only had maybe his dodge left, and that was it. Too far. So now Cinco working on a 3-stock. This is amazing momentum.
He got the recovery and the nair, and Cinco was just destroying him. I think Java's offstage playstyle is starting to get downloaded by Cinco. Cinco's realizing the patterns of him fading left and right when he wants to go for the hammer recovery, and he's punishing him for it. Perfect edge guard from Java, gets the 2 dive kicks, but Cinco still has 2 stocks. Java's going to have a repeat performance of game number 1 if he wants to stop this from going from game 5, because Cinco is showing really well why he's level 100 on that Koji.
Yeah, I mean, it's all that experience. It's got to amount to something, and you see it. You see it coming out in this gameplay. We're on our way towards game 5. Can Cinco just secure the deal to actually bring us there?
Ooh, that was so creative. He went for the recovery, fast fell, went for a slide forward neutral light.
Oh my God.
And Cinco's just going to go for the end.
He's
Here's
just
the
doing
cider
it.
hits, that's done. Cinco completely dominates Java in game number 4, and we're in a game 5 where if you just showed me games 1 and 2 or games 3 and 4, I would be so confused as to how we got here, because that is how completely flip-flop they are in terms of the dominance. In Java, you got to make something happen, because right now it looks like Cinco's got you downloaded, and if we're going to game number 5 and it's going to look that rough again, then I mean you're probably going to go to the lower bracket.
And that one was, again, just firing right back. Another very efficient game. Under 400 damage done for the victor. Cinco only doing 391 to take 3 stocks.
I mean, there was no more beautiful moment than Cinco hitting the bow side air on the hammer recovery before it could even come
yeah.
out to punish him. That was just straight up looking at Java and going like, okay, I understand how you move. I understand your tendencies off the side of the stage. I know what has been punishing me before, and now I'm going to punish you for it. And we're going into game number 5 on Mammoth Fortress again, where Cinco just dominated him. The first weapon's going over to Java. Let's see if Java can stop that from happening, because just like how Cinco got 3-stocked in game number 1, Java could just make the same adjustments, stop getting punished by the bow off stage, and we could see ourselves a last stock scenario in game 5 here in this best of 5.
Ooh, Java, you see how often he's going for those recoveries. He really just wants to deal damage, but Cinco dealing so much damage. The ground pound exactly at the right moment to take Java's stock. That was early.
That was early, and that is not spelling good for Java. I mean, he only got 2 stock last game, right? Maybe it's Cinco's time for the 3 stock because Java isn't getting any hits through, and Cinco with that down sig as the first hit on a fresh stock. Why not? He's saying, I'm reading all your landings, I'm reading all of your approaches, and I'm just bobbing and weaving around with the bow here, knowing that you could do all you want. I'm still in the lead. Cinco, will he switch over to the sword? No, Java goes for a weapon throw forward, and so much to my surprise, Java isn't favoring the hammer, which he was doing so well with at the beginning of this set.
Oh, but denying the weapon, not even letting Java swap over to that hammer. Cinco just so much damage. Again, beating out the recovery.
Cinco went for the gravity cancel side stick to the other side of the stage, and it didn't work out. Could Java get the dive kicks in return? Cinco is now the one aiming for the highlight reel, and neutral light hits. Weapon throw goes off the left side of the stage, and the bow is picked up. He's waiting for that down sig. He doesn't get it. Java jumps right over it. Hammer picked up. Stop side air. It's not enough as the recovery hits, and Cinco is looking for that fine finishing blow to bring Java down to 1 stock.
Oh, gravity cancel stomp into side air. Cinco, I don't know if he's got enough to make this back.
Nope. And
just shy of the corner.
And by trying to go for that recovery too, it gave Java ample time to set up a weapon starve onto Cinco. Cinco couldn't pick up that hammer no matter how hard he wanted to, so Java was able to pick it back up. A new weapon comes in. Gravity cancel down into recovery, picks up the sword. We go for the side sig on the side of the stage. No, just to deal that recovery. That's enough. And now it is match point. 1 stock left for Java. Can Java bring it back, or is Cinco going to get the reverse 3-0 at the World Championship Finals?
Oh,
whoa,
so close off the top, man. Java almost actually doing it and bringing it back. He's got to dig back for those highlight reels.
That would have been crazy. I mean, he was there and recovering all the way to the top of the stage. I've seen it before. Sword's totally capable of it, but Cinco has now got him in a position where before, I thought this was advantageous for Java, but now I'm putting it in favor of Cinco. Cinco is just too great with the bow when the jumps get low. Down sig doesn't hit. Java makes it back, but he's got to be careful. The more he hangs out on the wall, the faster that wall slip will start to activate, and he'll find himself losing those stocks to nobody but himself. Cinco avoids the ground pound. Is it down air time? No, he avoids the recovery. Wow, beautiful movement.
Oh, just playing the footsies. The backdash into down light. Such a strong option for Cinco's bow.
Java's doing it. Java's barely taken any damage. Just a bow side air, a neutral air here. He's being put into deep yellow.
Uh-oh, but the ground pound, that's huge.
Oh, but he gets the nair through, and he disarms Cinco off of the bow, goes deep down for the recovery. 1 nair hits, another nair towards the top of the stage, could do it. He fades back for the side air, looking for the stomp. The stomp would almost definitely secure him the knockout, but the dash up side air is not going to be able to do it. No dodge. He gets the Sair. Does he go for the weapon throw afterwards? Does he force out the dodge? He goes for the recovery. He doesn't
Cinco
get it.
Actually went low. Oh, the very edge. That was max range stomp into side air.
Java's making it possible. This is such an incredibly hype game 5. It's 1 stock to 1, and Java looks like he's taking back the momentum. He's definitely starved Cinco of the weapons. A bow is picked up. He goes off the side of the stage. Will Cinco fall for it? Does he want to risk it? Does he want to risk going for the hammer reversal with the recovery?
No way.
Oh,
he's going to let Java... He's going to let this wall slip build up, because you're right. It's going to happen quicker and quicker the more Java hangs onto the wall. And Cinco, he doesn't want to take that chance.
Oh, it's so close. Java's getting more damage than he's taking, but the recovery hits. Cinco gets above the stage. Java trying to make it back. Avoids the tatami mat. Neutral sig comes out for Cinco with a down hits. That's it. Cinco takes the game. A reverse 3-0 for Cinco in the winners brackets. What an amazing play. I mean, this is a player who got 3-stocked and taunted on. and then made the reverse 3-0 happen. What an amazing comeback from Cinco. Well played. D-Light recovery at the top of that replay, and now we're going to be seeing the riskiest signature finish here. Cinco should put out everything saying, please fall into something, and he takes it. What an exciting matchup. And that's, I said it before, Team UK, that's why I'm expecting these finals to be the best yet. I mean, that was so incredibly exciting. We're just now done with winners round 1.
What? That's absolutely wild. I mean, that was probably one of the best sets that I have seen all year. Just back and forth. I mean, they obviously had the work put in on their legends. Both of them were level 100. So I'm not surprised that we had crazy things coming out, but I was surprised by just how crazy it all was.